everybody, and welcome to a new video. And this time we're doing a video on my Xbox 360 collection. Now, a little history behind the 360. I was kind of biased about getting it because I was so pumped up for the PS3, and I kind of slept on it for a while. But I want to say I started really getting into the system, of course, when one of my favorite games came out for it, Left 4 Dead. Once that came out for it, and I figured it wasn't coming out for PS3. Well, it took me about maybe I want to say about a year later, I finally picked one up, and I still have my original 360 here. We actually painted it purple with car paint years ago, and I got my Deathsmiles faceplate on there. And you know, I really come to appreciate the system over the years. You know, despite it having the red ring of death problems it had, 50% fail rate. My original 360, which I got back in, I want to say 2009 or 2010, still has not red ringed on me, thankfully. So I'm very happy about that. But as soon as I try to play it, it'll probably do it on me. But I don't know. It's been a good system to me. I've taken very good care of it. I made sure that, you know, it's been in a clean area, had fans on it to make sure it didn't get too hot and everything like that. And I never really played it for long increments of time, I would say. I wouldn't play it past, I never played it probably past, 3-4 hours. I would never play it longer than that. So, but anyways, as you guys know, this is my collection video, and I'm going to do my favorite games on the system. We're going to do 10 of those, and then we're going to get into the system pretty much. So let's go ahead and start up. So first game here, you guys already know this was going to be here. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Left 4 Dead series, dude, this was a lot of fun. I remember when I bought the first one, I was working at GameStop at the time, and my roommates, I bought the game, didn't have a 360, my buddy had a 360, my roommate had a 360, and I went to work, I bought the game, I couldn't play it, and I said, hey, you guys have fun. And I come back from work, these guys already beat the game, and they said, man, Reggie, this is a great experience, dude, you gotta play this game. I was like, damn, dude, like, you guys beat it already? Like, they were that hardcore. Not that the game was short or anything, they were just like playing it like crazy. It was a lot of fun. I'd never seen an arcadey like a Left 4 Dead game where it was in first person view mode like that before. You know, it's just like hordes of zombies coming at you, just the director always changing things up. Everything was always different, you know, how enemies approached you. The AI director was brutal sometimes, so you never knew what he was going to throw at you. But like I said, the game's a lot of fun. Definitely a must-have if you're going to get a 360 system, at least for me at the time. But this is pretty much the game that really said, hey, I got to get this system. So Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Next game here, probably talked on the channel. I talked about this game in my Christmas video. This is Bully Scholarship Edition. Now this is what you would call, for our day, back in the day, I would say expansion pack to the game. It's the main game and plus more they added to the game, like new missions and I think it was they had a new story to it. I can't really remember. But Bully is probably one of my favorite sandbox games of all time. I was really hoping Rockstar would make a sequel to this, but the sequel fell through twice, unfortunately. It's sad to hear that too. I mean, this game came out, I want to say, almost 15 years ago. A little over 15 years ago. Wow, it's crazy. And we still didn't get a proper sequel for it. So, don't know if we ever will. Rockstar's making that big money on Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto, and doing something like this is probably just not very lucrative for them. So, but hopefully, who knows? One day maybe they'll feel nostalgic and say, "Hey, let's bring Bully back." But I'm not gonna hold my breath for it. But anyways, Bully, sandbox game where you play as Jimmy Hopkins in a school. Trying to survive the semester without getting beat up, and all kind of funny stuff in this game. Golly, I gotta go back and play this again, man. It was I just remember how much fun I had, and this was one of those games I didn't want to end when I played it. It was just hilarious. But anyways, Bully Scholarship Edition, definitely a game that you guys should check out for the system. Next here, gosh, I really would call this game what you. If you have somebody who wants to get into fighting games, maybe like and start off with them, and I think this is a good one to start them off with. This is a Battle Fantasia for 360. Battle Fantasia, like I said, is a really, I want to say, pretty easy fighting game to learn. And I heard that this was the kind of like this is what inspired the Capcom to make Street Fighter 4 when they saw these graphics in this game. That's what I heard, though. I'm not really sure about that, but this game allegedly inspired Street Fighter 4. So if you like what you're seeing here, like I said, most fighting games are universal anyway, so there's not really anything I could tell you differently. I would say this is an easy one to pick up and go for people who want to get into fighting games. The last boss is a little tricky to beat, but once you learn how to do it, you'll be good to go. So Battle Fantasia. Not many characters in it, which keeps the game, I think, pretty balanced. You know, I feel like more they add characters to a game, it's like it gets unbalanced or whatever like that. But hey, that's just me. But anyways, not a big roster, easy to pick up. Check this one out if you can find it out there. All right, so one of my favorite games on the 360. When I first got my 360, I had to get this game as my first shoot 'em up. I was really pumped up. This is Deathsmiles. And Deathsmiles is pretty much a really cool shoot 'em up to where the graphics are like kind of like they're not pixelated, I don't think. I mean, they're kind of like 3D-ish, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but I know you call it awesome because this game has like good music, great boss battles. It's just like, man, like Battle. I mean, I almost said Battle Fantasia, but Deathsmiles. I mean, seriously, this is the game I would say that got me back into shooters, like hardcore. Now, I'm not the best at shooters like that. You know, there's some I'm really good at, but this made me want to go out and like collect a lot of shooters because they are what you would call a lost art. And it was nice to get this game on the 360 because this was before Cave was started who created this game. They started putting their stuff on mobile phones and everything like that. You know, I can't imagine playing shooters on a mobile phone. That's just, oh god, it's annoying. But Deathsmiles, a fantastic game, guys. I think this game is still cheap out there too, and it even has a sequel and everything like that. So I actually downloaded the sequel on the 360, so it's on this nice 120 hard drive. But if you like what you're seeing for the game here, it's definitely a must-have for 360 when it comes to shoot 'em ups. All right, next game here. You know, I played back on the PS2. Spy Fiction was one of my favorite games, and the company who made it, they actually went off to make this game. And this was what originally supposed to come out on PS2. This is Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition. I mean, I talked about this game multiple times on the channel and on Jason's channel, and pretty much survival horror where you kind of much I hate to say it is beat up, but it's like if Twin Peaks was a game. You know, it's a survival horror where there's a serial killer in this small town. You got to figure out what's going on, talk to the weird townspeople, and just it's great. I mean, it's not one of those games what you call so bad it's good. I mean, this game is great. I mean, especially for survival horror enthusiasts, a must have for the system. And this game has gone up in price, and I think it's because it's become backwards compatible with the Xbox One X, and you know, a lot of Xbox 360 games are going that way, and those games are being sought after. That are gonna be backwards compatible, because who knows in the future, man. I mean, some of these games may not be backwards compatible now, but when they do become it, they'll be sought after. So, anyways, Deadly Premonition. Next up, another shoot 'em up. My second shoot 'em up I got on the system, and I was so happy this came out. This is DoDonPachi Resurrection, and this came out. This came out. I think it came out around 2011, and I picked it up for $30 off Amazon. And I was so happy with the packaging with it. You know, it came with a manual and everything like that. It just seemed like a really a good deal. Rising Star Games is the one that put it out, and I thought it came with a soundtrack, but I guess not. But if you like what you're seeing here, it's definitely a fantastic shooter. It was always weird to me because like the bosses, they start off in these machines and everything like that. Then when you get them to a certain point, they return to this like robotic looking woman and everything like that. I was like, what the heck? Like, it was just always, it looks creepy, but I mean, yeah, I guess this was the game was about or whatever like that. So it's insane. But anyways, DoDonPachi Resurrection, another one on the list here. I couldn't do this list without this game. Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden 2 on the system. I played Ninja Gaiden Sigma first on the PS3, and I love that game. Fantastic, right? But going back to this one you could tell that they it was made for the 360. They knew what they were doing with the capabilities of the system. There's more enemies on screen. This one's more violent. They kind of toned down the PS3 one, but this one, man, it's like where it's at. So basically, Ryu in this game is going after the Black Spider Clan, which is his rivals, and it's like an all-out war. I mean, golly, you're fighting so many different fiends in this game. I remember the Wolf Fiend was insane. This game is just so much better than the first one. I mean, a lot of people may disagree with me about that, but I just feel like this one just stepped everything up with the original Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. Not to be confused with NES games. They're on their own little different thing. But anyways, Ninja Gaiden 2, a must-have for the system. Alright, so now we're going to go into RPG territory. This is an RPG I regret that I have not finished. I beat the original on the PS2, which was very difficult because the game was very, I want to say, kind of just very not polished properly. And but anyways, the sequel fixes everything that the first one had problems with. Magna Carta Part 2. Oh man, dude, I think that every owner of the 360 should have this game. As I thought it would get ported to another system, but no, it stayed on 360 pretty much. A must-have. It seems like it's with the way everything looks in this game. It just, to me, it feels like a lost art in a way. I love the way the art is in this game. The story is pretty insane. The battles are really a lot of fun. But I never really hear too many people talk about this game, unfortunately. And you know, I just feel like it was way better than the first one. The first one, man, I still can't believe I beat that one to this day, man. It was very difficult. It took me a couple of months to stay interested in beating that game. It actually picked up later in the game and got pretty sad. But yeah, I just didn't beat it, and I still haven't beat this one yet, which I'm kind of disappointed in myself in. I usually, when I get a game like this, I take it down, but this one, I just guess I was too busy at the time. But if you like what you're seeing here, let me know what you think about Magna Carta 2. If you've beaten it, maybe you think it's worthy of playing all the way through. Let me know what you guys think about this one. All right, winding down here. Next one here is Golden Fantasia for the 360. I can't remember what the original name was. It starts with a U, but we just call it by its translated name, Golden Fantasia. A fantastic 2D fighting game on the 360. And surprised it didn't come out on anything else. It did come out for PC on Steam, I believe, in English or whatever like that. But you know me, you gotta have the physical version of it. The game is unfortunately region locked, so if you want to play this on your 360, make sure your 360 is modded to where it can play everything. So, but this game is really cool because it's tag team battles pretty much. But the first character that fights, you're fighting your power bar that you use to do super moves. You're powering up for your character you're not using. So once you power it up enough and you want to switch out, the character you switch into is going to have to be powered up and be able to do a lot of cool moves and everything like that. So man, this game, I'm not good at it yet. I still got a lot to learn in this one, but man, the potential this game has. I mean, seriously, the 2D sprites, I mean, they went all out. I'm surprised this game didn't get like a bigger commercial release. I mean, seriously, it's kind of disappointing that, you know, nobody really knows about it, but it is on Steam if you want to check it out in English. Like I said, if you get the 360 version, make sure you have a modded system. All right, so last game here. You guys are gonna laugh at me for this one, and I don't care because I like this game a lot. This is Ace Combat Assault Horizon for the 360. Now, you guys probably say, why would Reggie choose that game over Ace Combat 6 or something like that? Well, because this one, those are more like simulators, but this one's more like an action game. Like, it's like Ace Combat meets Call of Duty. And any person that just wants to be impressed by a game, like even casually or whatever like that, this game is perfect because it makes you feel like you're doing something. Like this, like it starts off like really action packed. You're fighting through the city and everything like that. You got to turn, you got to shoot the enemy, you got to follow. It's insanely fun, and a lot of people dogged on it because it wasn't like their original games. Well, that's why they didn't give it a numbered title. They just called it Ace Combat Assault Horizon. And as much people try to say, oh, this is not as good as the other ones, man, it's a great game on its own. The same was even online co-op. It might still even be. I don't know. But I feel good about this game. I like it. I feel like I like the approach they made with it. They played it safe by not giving it a numbered title. And yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I mean, you're seeing the footage here, so let me know what you guys think of Ace Combat or Assault Horizon. And before we show the rest of the collection, there is a game on this list that didn't make this top 10 list that I had a hard time choosing, but I chose against it because of a certain reason. Ninja Blade, exclusively on the 360 by From Software. Now, Ninja Blade is a good game. The problem with Ninja Blade is that there's too many damn quick time events. I mean, damn, you're watching a cinematic, enjoying it, and all of a sudden you gotta push a button or whatever like that. It's like, dude, nah, man, because you can't relax in this game. You have to always be on your toes, even when you're watching story scenes. So that got kind of annoying to me. So that's why this one didn't make the list. And you're not seeing footage here. But anyways, that's all. That's my list. Now we'll get to the games. All right, so here's my Deathsmiles limited edition again. The reason that box is so big is because it comes with a faceplate in it. Only for the original Xbox 360 models. Oh, the media is excellent. That game would have been okay. Man, maybe that game was just fated not to be okay. Riding Fighter Ace is up there. My buddy Kyle hooked me up with that. Another DoDonPachi game, which is sought after. Kai Katana, another good game. The Bug Princess Part 2. Golden Fantasia, as you guys saw earlier. I mean, a lot of people need to look at that game, man. Like, try it out. It's actually, especially for fighting fans out there. Silent Hill Downpour. Ninja Blade again. I mean, if you pick that game up, get ready for like a bunch of cinematics with quick time events. Alice Madness Returns, which is a must-have. It's backwards compatible. Tomb Raider games. Rise of Tomb Raider. I got that when it first came out. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I love that game. Splinter Cell Conviction. That's probably the last Splinter Cell game that I really got into. So definitely check that one out if you guys have time. And here we go. Magna Carta 2 Bully again. Sylphid, Project Sylphid, the last Sylphid game. Very cinematic, which is cool. Fear Files. I haven't even played it yet. I just actually got that a couple months ago. And that's all there is to it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Radical Reggie, and I will see you guys later.